France are about to unleash something at this World Cup that nobody is truly prepared for. Not the raw talent, not the big names, but the sheer depth of attacking chaos they can throw at you for 90 minutes straight. This isn't a team relying on one superstar to drag them through. This is a squad so stacked with firepower that their bench could start for most other nations. And the scary part, this might be the last time we see Didier Deschamps and Kylian Mbappé together on this stage, which means the desperation to win isn't just about glory anymore. It's about legacy. It's about proving that this generation wasn't just promising on paper, but could actually deliver when the world was watching. Let us talk about the attacking force France are bringing to this tournament, because it genuinely keeps opposition managers awake at night. Kylian Mbappé is the most explosive forward on the planet right now, capable of turning a tight game into a rout in the space of 5 minutes. Then you have Ousmane Dembélé, who brings that unpredictable chaos from wide areas, where defenders never know which way he is going to turn. Add Michael Olise into the mix, a player with the technical brilliance to unlock defenses with a single pass or dribble, and Désiré Doué representing the next wave of talent pushing through. This is not just about having options, it is about having genuine world-class quality in every single attacking position. When France hit their rhythm, they do not just beat teams, they overwhelm them. Opponents know that even if they shut down Mbappé for 70 minutes, one moment of brilliance from any of these players can rip the game wide open. But this tournament is not just about the players. It is about Didier Deschamps staking his claim as one of the all-time greats. He has already won a World Cup in 2018, reached another final in 2022, and picked up a Nations League trophy along the way. The Independent described this as his potential famous last stand in New York, and that framing matters. If he wins this, he does not just add another trophy, he enters the conversation alongside the legendary managers who defined international football. Speculation has been swirling that this could be his final major tournament with Les Bleus, which means the pressure is not just on the players. Deschamps has to prove he can harness this talent one more time, that his tactical pragmatism can unlock this generation's full potential when it matters most. His entire legacy hinges on whether he can turn this frightening squad into champions. Now here's the thing that separates France from almost every other contender. Elite World Cup teams don't just have strong starting 11s, they have benches that can change games with the same quality others start with. France can rotate players, deal with injuries, handle suspensions, and still field a team that terrifies opponents. That depth allows them to stay fresh deep into knockout rounds when other squads are running on fumes. Compare that to aging squads relying on fading legends for one last run, desperately hoping their bodies hold up. Deschamps doesn't have to worry about that. He can afford tactical switches without losing firepower, and that versatility is what separates contenders from champions when the pressure peaks. When the semi-finals arrive and legs are heavy, France will still have game changers ready to go. And then there is Kylian Mbappé, a player who has everything except the ultimate prize as the main man. He has been brilliant in previous World Cups, scoring a hat-trick in the 2022 final and winning the Golden Boot despite losing. But this feels different. By 2026, he will be 27, at peak physical powers, tactically mature, and carrying the weight of a nation on his shoulders. The comparisons to Messi and Ronaldo's legacies hang over him constantly, and this is his chance to answer them. A World Cup triumph, as France's talisman, would put him in that rarefied air where only a handful of players in history have stood. The narrative writes itself. Can he deliver when everything depends on him? Because if he does, we are not just talking about a tournament win, we are talking about defining greatness itself. But France aren't operating in a vacuum here. Spain's tactical evolution under Luis de la Fuente has turned them into serious contenders, moving beyond predictable possession into something more dynamic and dangerous. They won Euro 2024 with a younger, faster version of their classic style, and they're not slowing down. Argentina will defend their crown with everything they have. Brazil remain a threat despite recent struggles, and England under new management could finally deliver. Spain's structured build-up versus France's explosive transitions sets up potential tactical fireworks if they meet. The tournament is absolutely stacked, but France's blend of raw talent and tournament experience gives them an edge over most. It's not about being the best team on paper. It's about being the team that performs when the stakes are highest, when the pressure is unbearable, when one mistake ends everything. World Cup 2026 is loaded with aging superstars on their final runs. Messi, Ronaldo and others are taking one last swing at glory, hoping nostalgia and magic can carry them through. But France's story is fundamentally different. This isn't about a farewell tour or reliving past greatness. This is about a squad at peak power making one final push before the cycle shifts. Deschamps and this team are still in their prime window, unlike the fading icons elsewhere. That makes France more dangerous because they are not hoping for magic. They are expecting dominance. The last stand framing adds drama and sells the narrative, but the reality is France are still a juggernaut. They are not clinging to memories, they are hunting new ones. And that hunger combined with elite talent makes them the team nobody wants to face. This story dominates the conversation because it combines everything football fans obsess over: legacy, star power, high stakes, and the ultimate question of whether promise can become glory. Deschamps chasing immortality, Mbappe hunting greatness, and a squad capable of obliterating opponents in minutes. It is the perfect storm of expectation and ability. France have the talent to blow teams away, but World Cups are not won on paper. The gap between terrifying on paper and champions is where the real drama lives. That is why this matters. It is the ultimate test. Can they convert this frightening potential into silverware, or will 2026 become another tale of unfulfilled promise? The tournament kicks off Thursday with Mexico against South Africa, and then it is on. France's opening match will set the tone for their entire campaign because early momentum in tournaments like this defines everything that follows. One bad result, and the pressure intensifies. One dominant performance, and the fear factor multiplies across the draw. All eyes will be on how Deschamps sets up his attack and whether Mbappe starts fast. This is not just another World Cup cycle. This feels like the culmination of something massive. Years of building, years of near misses, years of expectations finally crashing into reality. France have the squad, they have the manager, they have the moment. Now it is about execution. So here is the ultimate question. Can France convert this frightening squad into champions, or will 2026 become another story of what could have been? Tournaments are where legends are made and legacies are defined. France have everything they need: the firepower, the depth, the experience, the hunger. But World Cup history is littered with favourites who fell short, with teams who looked unstoppable until they were not. Deschamps' pragmatic approach has won trophies before, but can it truly unlock the chaos of Mbappe, Dembélé, Olise and Doué when the world is watching? That tension is what makes this so compelling. France are favourites, but nothing is guaranteed. Do you think they will finally deliver, or is there a shock waiting to unfold? Let us know what you think.